Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino, and we just made history again. Imagine my shock, imagine your shock. And Darren, you're absolutely right. Just as we have been saying, this market's going not just higher, but much higher. And we're going to talk about what's happening and why. Imagine our shock. Look, we got this already. I don't even know you, who else besides you and I have called this market, well, I think 100% correct for as long as far back as you want to go. It's pretty amazing. So post market wrap up Wednesday, June 5th, 2024. So absolutely, look, what's driving this market certainly isn't the economic news. Although the worse it gets, the higher the market's going to go. You all know that. Speaking of that, we just got some more really bad economic news today. U.S. businesses add 152,000 jobs in May, missing the mark by a mile. These so-called, rocket scientists, economists over here, they predicted at 175,000, which in itself is just vomitous. But what else would you expect in this kind of an environment? But it really has started. All right, look, in my opinion, and we talked about this a while back. The Swiss National Bank, they were the first to cut rates. Now the Bank of Canada has now cut rates. Let me just read this headline to you real quick. Bank of Canada delivers a quarter-point rate cut to become the first G7 economy to start easing. What does that sound like to you, Mitch? Thanks, buddy. The Bank of Canada on Wednesday cut the target for its overnight rate by 25 basis points. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. ECB is going to follow. The Fed's going to follow. You see, Fed's playing a little game here. First of all, let me just say this. I know there is quite a few. Believe me, YouTube is out here saying, oh, Greg's wrong. Ain't going to happen. Well, it's already started. This rate cut thing is baked into the cake. It's going to happen regardless of inflation or anything else. Again, look, nobody knows what's happening around here more than you do. First of all, these other YouTube channels that maybe challenge me a little bit, they have day jobs. All right. Me, all I do is this market. I am a market guy, period. So you can't blame these people for not understanding how cash moves to the markets, what's going on, and what is unfolding here. The game is so easy. It is so simple. And it's unfolding right before our eyes. This is how we've been so far ahead of the curve on all this. I mean, no one's been close. Nobody has been close to you and I, and that's fact. So anyway, record high today for the market and the S&P and the Nasdaq. Again, it's not economic news. It's not anything else other than the promise of more easy money. And what's going to happen here is going to have a ripple effect around the world. And I mean, sincerely, central banks, again, what is the number one job of a central bank? How does, for you people that are new here, if you've been here for a while, let's not say nothing. Let's wait for the new people to say something. Okay. For people that are new here only, what is the one single thing that a central bank wants to do to gain power? Don't say anything. Shh. They want to, again, own it all, buy the debt, and inflate. Okay, that's the central bank's power. It resides in only one thing. You're not allowed to know that, but it's the truth. Their ability to inflate. Now, when a central bank, in this case, is cutting rates, how do they do that? Do they just say, hey, everyone, oh, you beautiful people out there, we're going to cut rates? When they say that, that means they have to start creating cash out of nothing and buy the debt. The creation of cash is the issuance of debt. Then they buy it back through another door. Okay, that's how it works. It's a mechanism that works like this. It's like a vortex, which is massively inflationary. So what you and I can expect is this easy money, and we're going to get it here. Fed's going to follow suit. ECB next, my opinion. Fed will follow because the Fed has to play their game. Oh, we're waiting. You see, because we're so serious. This is the Fed. We are so serious, people, about inflation, and we really want to see it come down, that we're going to wait and wait and wait because we got to play all little games, but they're foaming. The foam and the drool is coming out of their mouth all over their nice $1,000 suits out there, probably $2,000 suits over there. All right. Because what they're going to do is they're going to shaft us elbow deep, dry, straight in the gabagool. Again, this is what they're going to do. Currency devaluation, as you and I have been speaking about since forever. Rate suppression on a grand scale. Okay, that's going to happen as well. You watched the MMRI today on the back of this news. I'm sure most of you did. At least I hope so. And of course, easy money for the market. The fat cats, the CEOs of the corporations, they are loving this because it's all being sucked right out of you. Imagine my shock. Imagine your shock. You can't make this stuff up. It's an incredible thing. All that thought real quick. No, not that. We have a few things we got to cover just real quick. So it has really begun. First G7 to do this, and it's going to follow suit. They're sweeping the globe. These central banks are running the entire show. They control the economy. They control the markets. They control the freaking financial system. They control the flow of information, everything. Okay, so hopefully you're starting to get it, maybe, or maybe you're not. But anyway, this is what's going on. A massive amount of debt buying here. We have seriously, clearly broken down through this trend. We'll see where we go, but it looks pretty. What do you think, Mitch? What do you think? Can you see that? This number, I mean, I would imagine it's going to drop precipitously. And of course, more cash is going to be pushed into the stock market. So what we can expect, again, price action distortions beyond your wildest dreams moving forward until the moment where they choose to pull the plug. Ain't happening. There's not going to be an election. Okay. Then there wasn't an election last time. It's a selection. We all know that. Okay. We're in a selection cycle. The market's going to be pumped. The illusion of the market is going to be maintained. Sound familiar to you? Yeah, we've been covering this over and over again. And, everyone's going to get rich on paper, really, really rich on paper. And that's just the way it's going to play out. Unfortunately, what did I write here? I'm just trying to read. And central banks will coordinate. I'm writing these are notes to myself. I jot things down just to, kind of, I'm old. I'm a little senile from time to time, so I got to put these things down here. With regard to price action distortions, all right, let's talk about this. We covered it recently, but this is where the opportunity is. Jay Gunn knows exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you. What we need to recognize is just a few things. Where the opportunities are, and they're everywhere. And I mean everywhere right now. People, there's so many crybabies and people that, are trying to downplay me or whatever their agenda may be. Greg doesn't talk about solutions. Greg only complains. Really? All I do is talk about solutions. All I talk about is the opportunity that's here for every single one of us. Again, if we know for a fact that it has begun, that central banks are going to ease. It sounds like some kind of a dirty sexual act. They're going to be easing. You know what I mean? I do this for a coping mechanism. So you just deal with it. All that means is we're screwed. They're going to open that by suppressing rates, by devaluing the currency. It opens up a doorway for cash to make its way into risk assets or the stock market. Henceforth, why again, record high for the markets today. Okay, not the Dow, the S&P and the NASDAQ, which means cash is going to be coming out of assets it should be going into, meaning commodities are going to be on sale. However, there's a double-edged sword here. The currency, the devaluation is also bullish for commodities, but they're still going to be on sale in a massive scale. Gold, silver, platinum, palladium, crude oil, you name a commodity, they're on sale. And this gives us an opportunity to acquire more of these things at fire sale prices as the market gets propped up. It's going to be propped up, as you and I said, for the longest time. Again, look, I don't know another way to put all this to you, but we know where the opportunities are. And we know, honestly, it's every man and every woman for themselves here. And, let me just bring this up to you real quick. Earlier, I ran this poll. Do you believe that the CEO of any given corporation has your best interest in mind or the interest of their shareholders, the board, of course, and their own bottom line? Ralph knows what I'm talking about. 98% of you said the interests of their shareholders and their own bottom line is what matters to them. That's obviously the correct answer. Just 2% of you got it wrong and said the CEO of a corporation has my best interest in mind. Well, maybe you're going to find this interesting, but why is it that behind closed doors, Donald Trump is going to speak to these private CEOs? Forget about the weeks after his speaking convictions. I didn't want to go there. Okay, but anyway, Biden did the same thing. I've been trying to explain to you These are the people that make the choices. We don't get to decide a damn thing. Okay. Why is it this is a private? Why is it a private meeting between these CEOs? Because he's going to promise, Andy knows what I'm talking about. Is Donald Trump likely to make promises to the CEOs of these corporations? Maybe you're not supposed to know about because he has your best interest in mind, people? You really think rah, 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 America, USA, Patriots? No. This is who he answers to, okay? Honestly, or they all do. Every president must go to Wall Street multiple times. Biden did it. He's doing it. I think this is Trump's second trip to Wall Street. Biden's going to follow it up too, obviously. But yeah, this is where they meet behind closed doors. So Trump can promise, if you select me, this is what I'm going to do for you. You're going to get so rich. I'm going to cut your taxes and we're going to suck it right out of those suckers who think I have their backs. Got nothing. You realize that? We have no representation. You need any more proof? Here it is for those of you that think this guy walks on water. And the other guy, I already told you, look, I get beat up so badly every time you have no idea what happens to Greg. I beat up Biden every day. And I do so because it's a coping mechanism as well. The guy's brain dead. And he's brain dead because he's senile. The guy has Parkinson's, in my opinion. Doctors and nurses and medical people, you see that mask of Parkinson's? You know what I'm talking about here? Go back to your books and look it up because that's what he's got. John Wesley, thank you. From Norway. Awesome. Anyway, so nothing bothers me more than this. I'm not going to lie to you. When you have these private meetings with our so-called representatives who got to meet behind closed doors with these CEO fat cats who sincerely don't have your best interest in mind, and 98% of you got that right, doesn't that do you think these CEOs give a damn about you? Do they want to hear what great things are going to happen to the people so we can make them freer? No, they're going to enslave you more. And that's what this is all freaking about, in case you don't know. Doesn't matter who you vote for anyway. We can have 100% vote for Trump. They're going to choose who they want anyway. When are you guys and girls going to wake up? Some of you are so locked. And this is what they're trying to do. Into this freaking two wings of the same freaking bird. Well, yeah, sure. A private meeting, that bothers me like you have no idea. Because these people are supposed to work for us. They don't work for us no more. Any resemblance of a free society is gone. It's been flushed down the toilet along with the dreams and hopes of millions of people. And that's why I tell you, we got to have each other's back because none of these freaks can't give a damn about you. Or they may say that they do, but they don't. All they care about is getting rich off of this freaking thing here because this whole thing is coming down. But this is where opportunity lies, people. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I think we covered a lot here. Don't you think so? I'm sorry I get so bent out of shape, but you have no idea how much it burns my, can I say ass, when they have these secret meetings behind closed doors with these CEOs who couldn't give a damn about you. They're worried about their multi-million-dollar freaking bonuses that they get at the end of the year because of their stocks. Do you realize how the fat cats at these CEOs, how their bonuses structures are made of? Year-end stock price. Then they go out and buy their freaking houses and their freaking yachts and for their families and cars and Rolex watches and everything freaking else. That's what it matters. You and me, we are meaningless. We are a means to an end. They're going to suck us dry like they've been doing. And this whole scheme now with central banks easing, oh, it's going to be great. It's going to play out great for you and me. In some ways it is. Because we know where the opportunities are. And we're going to capitalize on it. Let me tell you something, in case you don't know. Nothing gets by me. That means it's not getting by you either. You understand? And if you have brain power to understand what's going on, how you're being set up, how nothing is what it appears to be. Nothing at all. The showmanship, the acting, the nonsense that's going on here just to get people to think that maybe they matter more than they actually do. It's unbelievable, people. We are being misled on a scale that's probably been described word for word in the Bible. Okay, that's what we're seeing here. So-called, how many people we've been warned about these people. We've been warned, and you don't want to listen to it. That's on you. It's crazy, man. Propaganda is a hell of a drug. Yeah, that was oh my goodness, Rick James. Cocaine's a hell of a drug. That man. Let me tell you something about Rick James. Massively talented dude. Yes, he had a serious issue with drugs and alcohol, but the man was incredibly talented, fantastic musician, and we can't take that away from him, honestly. I'm glad you brought that up because it makes me calm down just a little bit, because I'm telling you, these closed door meetings, the secret meetings that we're not allowed to participate in, people that are supposed to represent us, we're supposed to put our trust. We're supposed to put our trust in this guy right now, or Biden, who doesn't know what the hell's going on. I mean, what a choice, one or the other. Both of them going to Wall Street, both of them having private meetings with the CEOs of these corporations. Does that make you feel real good, make you feel important? Maybe you're starting to wake up. Ron knows what I'm talking about. Karen knows what I'm talking about. All right, so here's the situation. The weather right now, I'm looking out my window. It looks okay. I am going to be donning a drag racing fire suit in just a little bit. I'm going racing. Got my Copo back. And I will be posting runs tonight from Showtime on my my Instagram. So there's a link in the description of the video. Please check it out. You're going to enjoy it. I do a lot of stuff. I even brought Coco out. I brought Coco out for those of you that are missing Coco. Anyway, man. Look, it's begun. We are going to see price action distortions that are going to blow your mind. And all this is going to do, again, is vastly inflate the debt. Nothing is going to stop other than things are going to get a lot worse. But again, there's opportunity for us as well. But we need to come together. We have to realize that we have whoever they stick, whatever freaking traitor, because that's who it's going to be, they put behind the Resolute desk is not going to be on your side. Oh, sure, maybe it might seem like that, and that might do something about immigration or whatever else. Ain't helping you. I'm sorry to let you know a little piece of news here. This whole thing is coming apart, and we got to have each other's backs. All right. That's it. We have to come together as a family who understand. We're a family here. We are a worldwide family. We have to come together and we got to take care of each other. We have to look out for each other because we are in the vast minority here. Okay. All these brain dead people freaking falling right through the trapdoor that is set by them. Oh, you have to believe in the Reds or the Blues or whatever the freaking you really, honestly, really it's become a religion to some people. And that should tell you something as well. Great comedy out of reality. Thank you. Look, I know that I get bent out of shape. I really do. And I'm sweating. I'm not going to lie. My heart's pounding. This stuff gets to me. And it really, really does. I don't think there's one single person here who wouldn't like to sit in on this meeting right here with this private CEO meeting. I would love to be a fly on the wall. Let me tell you. Because they ain't making promises to you. Donald over here is going to be making promises to the CEOs, the friggin' multi-gazillionaires, the 1 and 2%ers whose bottom line is all that matters. You don't matter. Maybe at one point people will start waking up. We need a revolution, but we need not a violent revolution, because that's what they want. They were hoping for a violent revolution. You remember what happened last time? You know, the so-called insurrection where they went after the wrong building because that's what they were duped into doing. They should have went after the Federal Reserve, who really runs the whole show. They're hoping for something like that again, and they're setting it up. This is why they're making people and they're putting them exactly where they want, against each other. Hatred over here, hatred right back. If we came together, we could win. But we can't because people have been brainwashed. Literally, it's a psyop on an unprecedented scale via the box that sits in your house, the live vision that programs you. Turn it off. And you'll start to think more clearly because you, my beautiful friends, have a God-given intellect. Use it, and you'll be a lot better off. A lot better off. All right, people, that's it. Exactly. It's the dumb down, man. It's crazy. It's the dumbing down. And people are falling through these trapdoors like they've never been set before. But this is nothing new. We've seen this throughout time. Wow. I got almost 700 thumbs up. People, I want to thank you all for those thumbs up. You don't even know what that means, how important those thumbs up are. I mean it. The algorithms pick up the video, and then they show it. Otherwise, it doesn't get out there. Oh, real quick. A lot of you are writing to me about comments not showing up. It takes a while. It's not me. YouTube, you put up a comment. Sometimes they don't show up for hours. Don't ask me how it works. I don't know why, but They eventually come through. Look, if you put up a comment and you don't see it, check back like in an hour or so, and you'll more than likely see them. I've been trying to write back to some of you. All right, look, people, we're gonna go. Honestly, I like I said, I gotta go. Showtime's about an hour and 15 minutes for me. I got my Copa One the trailer, I got my tools ready, I got everything ready to go. And maybe I'll see some of you there. And it's gonna be fun. At least I hope so. All right. Look, this guy here loves you all from the heart. I mean that with all I got. All right. We got to have each other's backs, and we do. Put all this nonsense. Okay, we have nothing. Okay, we don't have, we have to take care of each other. I don't know another way to put this here. And I am working my butt off, and I want to thank all of you who support my work, my channel, your friendship, your love. It means so much to me. You have no idea. I wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys and girls. Honestly, you guys allow me to sit here and vent a little bit. It's like psychotherapy. It really is. All right, look, we're gonna, you and me, tomorrow morning. Same bad time, same bad channel in the morning there. Until we meet again, what am I going to tell you? Take care of yourselves, people, and take care of each other, please. All right, see you.